How do you reduce hunger? I'm going to tell you 3 different ways you can be able to do that. What's going on, guys? It's Tyson Brown here, and I got a question from one of my coaching clients asking, how do you get rid of hunger pains? Like, how do you satisfy that hungry feeling when you're trying to cut weight and you know you want to be able to eat more, but it's not going to help you towards your goals? And I know how much of a struggle it is because so many people have that, especially when you're cutting your calories. What you're used to eating, your body wants to be able to consume more. But if you want to lose that weight, you're going to have to cut it out. So the first thing I want to share with you guys when it comes to trying to reduce hunger is making sure that you're chewing your food thoroughly. A lot of people, we just like swallow it because we're in a rush all the time. So if we're in the middle of work or we're in the morning, we're on the go, we're going to quickly eat that food and then just get on with our day. And what happens is that we're still hungry because our body actually sends hormones from our brain all the way to our stomach and vice versa. And so it takes about 20 minutes for hunger signals to actually tell yourself that you're full. And in that time, you could be craving a lot of different food. So when you take the time to actually chew food, what it also does is it breaks down the enzymes. And when you're breaking down enzymes in food, it's actually more beneficial for you because you're going to be able to digest the food better too and get that fullness feeling, because the more you chew, the more your body's going to have time to be able to signal it. So whenever you're eating, you need to take at least 15 minutes eating your meal. Don't just try and smash it down as quick as possible. Take some time, chew the food, and actually taste the food. Like, when's the last time you stopped, smelled what you were going to eat, and then actually tasted it? Just think about that the next time you're chewing your food, okay? So number one is just to chew your food more. You always want to think about taking 20 bites before swallowing the food. Now, this is the good thing about protein. So the more amount of protein you're going to consume, this is number 2, by the way. So number 2 is to consume more protein. And when you're consuming more protein, it's actually more filling, not just because of the protein itself, but it actually takes time to chew. Like when you're trying to chew a steak and you're trying to chew like fish and things like that, it's going to take longer for the body to break down. It's going to be harder, and it's going to help you feel fuller for longer, and it's going to help you feel satiated. So the first thing is to chew at least 20 times when you're eating your food, and the second thing is to be able to increase your amount of protein you're having. Now, you don't want to go crazy overboard, making sure you're having a palm-sized serving, at least 1. You want about 2 every single time you're going to eat a meal, and that's going to be the most beneficial thing for you. So increasing protein and increasing the amount you chew is 2 simple ways. The third thing I want to talk to you guys about when it comes to reducing hunger is making sure that you're eating more whole foods. A lot of people are eating simple carbohydrates, and what happens when you eat simple carbs and simple fats? It's easy for the body to digest. If you're going to get 800 calories from, let's say, chicken and veggies and like sweet potato, it's going to be way more filling than if you just got that from like a simple little snack that you could get. Or let's say you went and got a McDonald's burger that's 700 calories. Well, if you go to consume those 700 calories from whole foods, it's going to fill you up more because you can have such a more volume of food, which is why I always recommend eat as many veggies and salad as you can. So eat a lot of broccoli, eat a lot of cauliflower, eat a lot of zucchini, eat a lot of capsicum, all of those salad foods, all those low calorie foods. You can absolutely stack up on them, and the more you stack up on them, the more beneficial it's going to be, because you can just eat and eat and eat, and it's going to help fill up your stomach, and they're full of water too, so it's actually going to help fill up your stomach. So far you've got chewing your food, increasing the amount of protein you're consuming, increasing your whole foods and eating more veggies, and then what you want to do when you go to eat, start with eating your protein and your vegetables first, and then move on to the rest of the food, because the body's going to start digesting that food first, and that means it's going to start working harder, and it's going to start sending signals to your brain to say that you're full. Another good way to reduce hunger is just to drink more water. The more water you drink, the less hungry you're going to be. A lot of people think that they're always hungry, but it actually could be because you're dehydrated. See, our body doesn't tell us we're thirsty until we actually start drinking water, or until you get that little bit of dryness in your throat. But you could be dehydrated and not even know it. So just taking the time to drink a lot more water. I always suggest having a cup of water before you actually go to eat to help fill up the stomach a little bit. And they're the quickest ways you guys can start doing these things. The more you can just do these little tips instead of me giving you like crazy things that aren't really gonna work, is gonna be more beneficial. So what I want you guys to do is to just think about this, chew more food, eat a little bit more lean protein, add veggies and whole foods, more veggies and whole foods, and then making sure you're drinking more water. They're the 4 tips to reduce hunger, guys. I hope the video was informative. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to pick up my free 6-pack ebook, right? I've got a free chapter that explains to you all about nutrients and why nutrition is so important. So if you want to get that, click the link below right now and I'll send it straight to your email. Till next time, speak to you guys then.